Okay, you guys, I am at Sherman Reservoir in Loup City, Nebraska. 2,845 wonderful acres. This place is huge. Here's my parents. They came with me on the trip. Here's the boat ramp. This is quite the boat ramp here. Look how long this thing is. So you can't park anywhere along this boat ramp. You have to let the car or the boat off and then park up here. Here's the parking area. So I pulled over right there and took Bessie off the car. I'll just have to drag her down the boat ramp. Yeah, this is Sherman Reservoir. It's huge. Probably the biggest lake I've ever been on to date. So I'm just gonna kind of mess around in these little coves. It goes back in here, not very far, but I think over here I'll kayak around. I'm already seeing people flying around on their jet skis and speedboats, so I gotta be careful. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. It's about 84 degrees. It's supposed to get up to 107 according to my mother. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna get in. Let's go check this out. So, this is the largest lake I've ever been on. Where do I go? What do I do? I guess I'll just paddle around until I get tired, and that'll be it. Look at that cliff. That's crazy. Yeah, it's kind of bizarre looking. Oh, I'm kind of hitting bottom right here. All right. I better move. There we go. Oh, still. There we go. All right. It's just really shallow in here. So looking at the dam, the wall, you can see there's like that drain that spills the water on the other side of the dam. That spill, that drain is well above the water line, and usually the water line is right up to that drain so water can drain, if that makes sense. And you can see on the rocks the water line of where maybe it's supposed to be, or maybe during a flood, I'm not sure. But yeah, this lake looks really low, mostly because of irrigation. You know, the farmers want to feed their crops and everything else. Looks like some white buildings right there. I wonder if you can rent those out and stay in them like little cabins. I bet those get hot in the summer. It'd be like staying in a covered wagon. Yeah, it's a little different. I almost brought my phone with me so I could track like where I'm at on this lake, but I didn't. Oh well. It is hot. It is really hot out here. So a quick note about the drone. I flew the drone. You guys have probably already seen the footage on this video. What I wanted to mention was, whenever I fly it from a flat surface and I have it come back home, I hit the home button, it's supposed to land pretty much where it took off from. And my experience is it hasn't. Like, you have to take it off the home button and then land it yourself, if that makes sense. But this time I flew it from a picnic table at an observation point above the lake, and it came back and landed right exactly where it took off from. I couldn't believe it. Like, I almost took it off of the autopilot and manually landed it, because it looked like it was gonna miss the picnic table, you know, like, and fall to the ground. But it leveled itself and it went exactly where it took off from. I cannot believe that. So maybe in the future I should leave those buttons alone and just see what it does. But it makes me nervous as it starts to come down. Like, it never looks like it's gonna land where it's supposed to. I think in the future I'm just gonna leave it alone and see what happens. That was kind of cool. We were all very surprised that it did that. So you got this huge lake, and there was a lot of people putting boats in. I kind of had to wait in line. And here I am, and I have not seen a single person on this little finger, this little cove. It's kind of nice. These big lakes, they hold a lot of boats. And you can come across where you'll be paddling along for quite a while and you won't see anybody. I'm gonna get back in here and see what's going on. I see that white thing in front of us. I'm not sure what that is. I'd like to take a gander and see what it is. At first I thought it was a bird from way back there, but it looks a lot bigger than a bird. Look at this. It goes back in here too. Wow. So there are many little branches and little fingers that come off of these little coves. That's what makes this lake so big. Look at that, it goes down here too. Boy, this lake just goes everywhere. It's massive. And this white thing looks like it's a buoy or some kind of a marker. And it looks like up there on the hill are little cabins or a bathroom, some kind of a building. Yep, 5 miles per hour, no wake. Okay, well, I'm gonna turn around and head back the direction we just came. Probably not gonna film it. We'll go adventure other parts of this lake. Let's go check other places out here. Check out the water line on that tree. Wow, so the water was that high at one point. Man, that's crazy. That's pretty high. It's about 5-6 feet. Wow. Looks like there's 2 separate water lines. That white one and then the black one. That's interesting. Ooh, it's shallow right here. Whoa. Okay. I'm moving. Wow. It's still shallow. There we go. Oh, there's the boat ramp off to our right, where I put in. Just look at this view. I mean, the water goes on forever. There's probably 50 boats out here, and I don't see one. Oh, there's one. I can hear it. Yep, right there in front of us. Wow, crazy. Just a big lake. And I'm just a speck out here. Okay, so it's 10:30. I've been out here for 30 minutes. And I am already exhausted. So, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do out here. I'll be catching that guy's waves here pretty soon. Just gotta keep an eye out for it. those waves could easily lap right up into my kayak. Yep, here they come. That is so relaxing. Okay, that's it. I love hearing the sound of waves crashing up against the shore. Wow, there's more waves than I expected. Let's cross over to the other side. See that point right there, that corner? I'd like to get out to there. Let's cross the street here. Look both ways. Couldn't ask for a better day. Hardly any wind. The water is so flat. It's hot, but it feels good. There's some more of those white buildings to our left and up on that hill. You must be able to rent those, but man, they look hot. A white canvas building, that just doesn't look fun at all. It's gotta be made out of something else. Oh, here's some more waves. Pretty good sized ones. It's getting hot, man. It is hot. Might have to dip my hat in the water, get my head wet. All right, we made it to the other side safely. Safe and sound. Here comes a boat, just in time. Yeah, here comes the waves. Get my hat wet. It's hot. Oh, that feels good. Wow. That's cold. But that feels good. What a cool place. Just a lot of wooded areas, lots of trees. And kind of like Davis, Creek Reservoir, kind of in the middle of nowhere. Those two, Davis and this one, Sherman, what is that? Are about 20 miles from each other. They're kind of, you know, on top of each other. So Davis is north, Sherman is south. We left the hotel this morning. It took us 37 minutes to get to this lake. It takes about 17 to get to Davis from Ord, the hotel. So they're not very far from each other. And I woke up this morning feeling kind of sore, my arms, from Davis yesterday. And I really didn't want to do this lake. I just wasn't in the mood. But I thought, okay, we're here. Let's do it. And this morning, there was a really, really heavy fog, and you can still kind of see a haze in the sky. You couldn't even see across the street from the hotel. You couldn't see the other side of the road. And then when we drove here, the sun was just burning it off, but you could hardly see, you know, 50 yards in front of the car. So I thought, well, if I get here and it's too foggy, that I'm not going to do it, but obviously it's just fine. But yeah, it's supposed to be really hot. It's already really hot. It's 10:45. I've been out here for 45 minutes. What a crazy big lake. And it's beautiful, just beautiful. I don't see the dam wall, the reservoir wall. We drove across it this morning, and that's kind of where I lifted the drone. I don't see it anywhere. That's how big this lake is. Maybe it's around this corner. It's hot, man, it's hot. But I am so lucky with this weather. I would never get on this lake if there was even a chance of it being windy. Okay, so there it is. There's the wall. You can kind of see there's a car driving on top of it. Yeah, there it is. Nice. Yep, that's it. I flew the drone, we parked right on the top of that hill. It's called Observation Point. That's where we parked and put it on a pig's table. And wow! So the drive to the boat ramp behind us was kind of long. I sway in time with the wind. I figured this would be longer. I didn't think I'd be able to get to the wall, but here it is. I slip into the quicksand. Very cool. I feel so small out here in the kayak. Like when I was on Lewis and Clark Lake in Crofton, I just felt so small, so tiny. Warm coast in the shed of a snowdrift. I sink back into your heat again. Gets covered up by the clouds. It sure feels good out here. Nice that cloud that stays right there. Nice cloud cover. Some big rocks. I just hit one. I think I might sit here and relax. Well, I pulled up to the cement here, to the dam, just to get out and stretch my legs. I was out there for almost an hour. Oh boy. And here's the road, right up here. Lots of trash. Oh man. Whew. What a big lake. Just huge. I need to go back that direction. The boat ramp is way down there. I'm not gonna go this direction, you guys. This is about as far as I'm gonna go. Very, very hot. It's very hot out here. As soon as I stepped out onto the cement, I stepped right in goose poop, and it just like squished into my toes. It was so gross, and I thought, I didn't think anything of it, but then I smelled something really bad, and I looked down, I was like, oh, that's nice. I just stepped in crap. Yeah, this is a pretty cool place. Water line's about right there where that log is. Maybe a little bit higher. That would be right at the top of that drain. Well, lots of waves are coming in. Alright, well, I think I'm going to get back in. Start heading back towards the boat ramp. The boat ramp. And that'll be it for Sherman. I've said this in the past, but these big lakes they're kind of hard to film. I'm going to sit down. They're hard to film because they're just so big. I don't know where. I mean, obviously I can't do the whole thing, and I'm not going to do the whole thing. That would take several days, and it gets kind of boring just looking at just open water, and I'm just paddling. So that's why I kind of like those 200, 150 acre lakes, because it's just right where you can kayak the whole thing, and there's still something to see, and it's still kind of big. But anyway, yeah, these big lakes are kind of intimidating too, because you got the waves and you got these people out here goofing around and going fast, and that's good for them. It looks fun, but it's not very safe for me on a little kayak. So I've said this before, but you just got to be careful. Just be aware of your surroundings. Yeah, it is hot. Man, it's hot. All right, I'm gonna get back in and we'll continue this adventure. Here's a better view of the drain. See how low the water is? Yep. It should be normally at the top on a good day. There's somebody boating and fishing. Alright, let's push off. There's some big waves coming in here. There we go. All right. I think I'll just go back the way I came. Just hug the shoreline. Eventually end up at the boat ramp. Felt good to get out. An hour is about my limit. 45 minutes to an hour is about when my feet start to cramp up and fall asleep. So it's always nice to get out and stretch. Look at that, there's the boat ramp. Wow. Very cool. Very cool place. This was pretty cool, guys. I really enjoyed this. Like I said before, I'm kind of nervous to do these big lakes, but I'm glad this one's off the list, and so is Davis. I hope you enjoyed these last two videos of this weekend. There's gonna be a lot more to come. I got a couple more months before kayaking season is over. I might do one more big trip out this direction, just to get, you know, a handful done. There's about 34, 33 lakes left to do. So, anyway, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you on the next one.